Season 2, episode 1, scene 1, take 1.
Go.
Was that recording? Wait, we started. Oh, yo!
We on the mic.
Should put the intro song
What's
on.
up, brother? Let's do it.
Are you sure?
It's an IP intro.
You ready?
Yeah.
But did you miss our story? That's what I want to know. Did you
How
miss
long
us?
has it been, man?
It's been, I don't even know. I think it's been...
6 months? No, more than 6 months. Since last summer. We did.
It's been more. It's been more than 6 months. Man. We didn't even do anything this time. What are you talking about?
No, we did the live event with Strawberry Jam.
We did.
Mr. Barco.
We did. That was awesome.
Mr. Barco.
I got my memory shit.
That was sick.
Don't remember any of it.
But
All right.
This is nice and new.
It's
innit?
different, isn't it?
It's different.
Before we used to just come put the podcast on.
Hungover.
These people have been there about... Wait, hold on. It's been about 84 minutes. They're setting up. Oh, now I've listened on 175. And yeah, I've got... What are you talking about? Just put the podcast on. We're loving it.
Yeah.
Right?
We leveled up this year. We've got no GoPros.
No GoPros anymore.
Got the real deal.
Might introduce it though. I mean, a little third angle.
Introduce this season.
I don't know what they're going to do, to be honest. I'm really excited.
Mm.
It's really weird seeing people here. Do you know what I mean?
It is something different.
Very professional.
So we've got Purple Jelly Media with us this year.
Oh,
Big shout out.
big shout. Thank you very much, Purple Jelly Media, for joining. So yeah, it's kind of... I think we're just going to pick on that, actually, to begin with, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Just
man.
want to say a big shout out to Purple Jelly Media. Huge collaboration happening this year. We've literally stepped it up. We are going to be offering you guys a lot more quality, better sound quality, better video quality, just in general, better overall entertainment, I would say. And we've got
a lot more organised as well.
definitely
A
a
lot
lot
more
more
organised,
organised.
yeah.
Well, we haven't done nothing. We just sat down. To be fair,
But like, especially in terms of like release dates, you know, the listeners will know that, you know, when our dates are coming out, instead of, you know, random as it was a bit last year. But I guess last year was a learning curve.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
you know,
for sure, man.
and that was the beauty of it.
We've got to thank everyone who was involved in last year as well.
Yeah.
From the editing side to the guests to everyone, it was
Yeah.
amazing.
It was.
It was definitely a start. We've got a lot of feedback from everyone, which
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
Most of it bad.
Yeah, dentro di sorrese. You don't have to listen to it in one listen.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, like if you want, you can press pause and then just listen to
Come
it,
back to it tomorrow. It's all right.
or even the next day. Do you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to watch it 3.5 hours. But we have decided to cut it down, haven't we?
Yeah.
A little bit and just see how it flows. And we're not going to really push it to.
Yeah. Take it naturally.
Yeah, for sure.
So like today is the first episode of season 2.
Yep.
We do a little briefing of, you know, what's coming this year, how we got here, talk about last year's experience, and also I think we can talk about when we finished last season until today. We've both, you know, done a lot, been
Definitely.
through a lot. Like you're getting married.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Mad love. I feel invited, my bad.
We're like, you know, different people now, you know, since, when was it? June, when we saw our last recording. And I think you can see it. Like I've seen some of the episodes from last year, and like D-Prankas when he was sending me links. And it's weird to see how much you can change in a year's time, innit? It's crazy. And the stuff we were talking about, and actually you can still relate to it, obviously. I mean, in years from now, you don't know what life can be like. So things can change a lot. Like,
It's very weird though, because I feel like we just done an episode yesterday.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
we
once
picked
you're-
up where we left off.
Yeah, once you're in the mode, then everything. Another thing what I love about this podcast, my head's quiet, bro.
No.
I'm just listening to you.
Yeah.
Like
It's just
everyday things like stress coming along, opening up business, this, that, you know, just married, and your head just don't shut up.
no.
But when you get in this mode and it's just a one-on-one conversation, it's my zen.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I'm
think
calm.
if you don't wear the headphones and listen to yourself speaking, listen to the other person speaking, and you can't understand like the experience of what it's like, innit?
It is good. It's
crazy.
like you put them on and you're in a different world.
Yeah. I don't even feel like there's cameras on right now.
No, I can't stop staring at Costa. That's what's up with me right now. I see bad cameras everywhere. Anyway,
Right.
so yeah, big shout out to Purple Jelly Media. You guys are doing great stuff, and you know, we love you guys, and we love your work, and obviously a personal thanks for doing everything that you guys have done for me so far, and the House of the Butcher will always be in your debt. So it's amazing that you guys are kind of collaborating on this, and just to bring, again, not to repeat ourselves, but a more professional vibe, and just increasing the family, I would say, to be honest, because I do love this kind of organic growth, and I think this kind of puts us in the position to talk about like where we see Island Project and why we're actually doing it. So why are we doing this, Mike?
Why are we doing this? I mean, I think originally when we first started Island Project, or when the idea first came up back in, well, we were talking about it for years.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, until we bought all the equipment, it wasn't reality. But I think originally the idea was to basically promote and showcase young talent in Cyprus that are doing things a bit differently from the norm, but also show normal people doing things differently in their normal job. So like, for example, last year, that's when we had DJs, we had breakdancers, we had athletes,
psychologists, fighters.
Yeah, we had coaches that were doing things a bit differently. But I think it was also like a message we wanted to get across, especially to the younger people, or the youth, or people in their 20s, or people that are figuring shit out, as we all were or are still.
Still, we always figure shit out.
Yeah,
Every day's a learning curve, mate.
No,
I figured out a lot, especially
every single day, man. Every day. And like, you know, especially in on this island, I think a lot of parents push their kids to go into like accountancy or go into law or the normal jobs. That's when being not that we've got anything against those professions. Obviously, they're great jobs. Maybe those kids want to be something different. They want to do something that's not really normal for this island. So it's a good way to showcase that you can also do this, and you can make a living out of it. You can love it and enjoy it every day. So I think that was the original idea, like that I had in my head, and we discussed back then. But yeah, and also to promote young people that are building their own, you know, their brand or their profession.
For sure.
Give them a voice.
Exactly, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
It's just about giving a voice to individuals and also to ourselves in order to bring to light what we think is amazing, and to share our thoughts and opinions. And they are just thoughts and opinions. It might be controversial at times, but that's the whole point of freedom of speech.
Yep.
And obviously this season, we are going to do things a little bit differently. It's not going to be just like an interview and, oh, what did you do? Like, we want it to be a discussion of what's happening right now in the world, and talk about things that genuinely interest us, rather than how did you make it, what's your name, how old are you, where are you from. We don't want to be too robotic. As the time goes by, we're definitely going to grow as well. And we're learning from our mistakes every day. Yeah, the reason I wanted to start this podcast as well is I just wanted it to break from the norm, to be honest, man. Just from your daily wake up, gym, home, work, just to do something different and try and put yourself out there and see what kind of response you get as well. And it's been amazing, man. It has. And they was, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why not? I mean, why can't you do as many things as possible? If it doesn't hurt anyone or doesn't affect your health, or, you know, then just go out there and do it. Yeah.
And I think like a selfish point as well is that we're also doing it for ourselves in that.
Oh, for sure.
It's therapy, innit? I remember last season especially, I had, like, you have some bad days and then you come here, you do your episode with the guest or whoever, and you finish and you buy speedy, you go, it's different.
It's a release.
Different experience.
It's definitely a release. And all right, we're getting, it's a new setting, innit? The table's much smaller than last year. We've got couches though. It's a release, and I think that's really important, like, to touch on as well. You need to have your release, guys. Whether it's gym, whether it's hanging out with friends, playing cards, playing games, treat yourself, man. Every day, treat yourself. But you need to treat yourself if you've worked hard. You know what I mean? If you've done what you need to do, you know, set your daily goals, go home and just enjoy that time to yourself or with your missus, friends, loved one, pets. Just have fun, man. One thing I've definitely realized in the last year, last 6-7 months especially, is that you don't know what's going to happen, man. Literally from one day to the next, your life can change, your mental status, where you are, who you're with. So just make the most of every day. I don't want to get too like, oh, you make the most of it. But it is really important. It's something that I have figured out for myself this last 6 months, which I'm very grateful for. I'm grateful for people helping me on that journey as well. So shout out to you guys. You know who you are. And that's pretty much, it's a nice escape.
Man.
It's different from the norm.
No.
And I like the comments that we get as well from people when you go, oh, is that Stanley Balila with the Island Project? They're like, yeah. And it's funny, like all the strangers that you don't know, they're giving you like mad love. Yeah. And then your friends are like, man, you fucking shit. like your best friends are like, man, I don't think you should do this anymore. People
Stick to your day job.
People that you don't know, like, you know, you're doing good. We like follow you. I met some guy in the gym. Like, are you gonna do a podcast again? I'm like, yeah, man. I do my workout. I was like, yeah, fucking.
Whereas your mates are like, why did you say this in minute 57? Like, what?
I'll make a confession. Yeah, I haven't even seen half the shit that we did. I swear, man, I put it on and I always started and I'm like, nah, man, I think I watched like 2, 3 full episodes. The rest, it was just kind of skipping
That's
it.
right, you had to be there, man.
I just let other people say it. It's kind of weird watching myself. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it was nice. It was funny. We had some good people. Again, thank you everyone for coming on last year. And it was very like last minute, very unorganized. But it was beautiful because it was the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So shout out to everyone.
And that's what brought us here today.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, shout out Michael Sava, shout out DJ Real, shout out Stefano, shout out D-Prank, shout out man like Lego, shout out, who did we miss? Obviously, we had
Perry.
Shout out Perry, man. Shout out all the boys that we managed to speak to in the
Cultura as well.
breakdowns competition.
Yeah.
Shout out Cultura. I don't think them boys are doing that anymore, man.
Cultura.
Yeah.
I don't know if is Juicy still.
Yeah, Juicy's bar is banging.
Yeah.
But I spoke to him last time and he said to me like they're kind of calming down on the events and stuff.
No.
So I mean, like things change. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From the hype then. But yeah, again, shout out to all the people. Definitely didn't miss anyone out.
No.
Did we?
I don't think so.
If we have, then
we can edit it in.
Yeah, but we can edit out what I said about fucking these people not doing it anymore as well.
Well, I think they're not. I don't know.
Nah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We are
So we're now sitting in Alki's new barbershop.
Yeah,
we need some of that.
Shut up, I press cricket as well at the same time.
It's the House of the Butcher.
Yeah, since
Fucking
last
proud of you,
year.
man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
So amazing, Annabelle.
I mean, I couldn't have done it without you lot, of course. Shout out to every individual person that ever got a haircut, even if you came once. That obviously contributed to where we are right now. Very grateful, very thankful to be in the house. It's called the House of the Butcher because it is a home, and I want everyone to feel at home when they come here. Hence, why we're doing this thing here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gassed.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing looking back at like when you came. When did you move back? 2019, 2018.
I think it was 4 years ago this summer.
Yeah, so 2019, and you started cutting hair at your granddad's, your bapu's, and you always had this vision. One day, like I'm gonna do my own, have my own spot, and then like fast forward 3-4 years, look at you, man. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's mad to think we shot the podcast last year in the old kind of barber shop, and now we're shooting it in the new one.
And Mona Lisa's still with us.
Yeah, come on, man. Shout out Mona Lisa. Shout out Kathy Tyson.
Yeah,
we don't look like that anymore. Age has not been a friend to my friend Kathy Tyson. If you're listening, you need to sort yourself out. That's really
we wanted to bring the Island Project flag, but it didn't make it in. Maybe in the next episode.
I don't even think it's going to be in the next one.
I'll figure it out. I'll sit on it. I'll lie on it. It's all right.
I think we've got to drop. Just drop them. Yeah. So that's the important thing there, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Oh, it's so good to be back. Yeah, but like I said, just very grateful to be here. And honestly, big shout out to you as well, man. You're doing something completely different than you were doing last year, right?
Cheers, man. Yeah.
How does that feel?
Well, index. So last year I was in real estate, and actually things were good, but I got a bit fed up of how things were. It was like 4 years. It was getting, a bit tiring. And to be honest, man, part of the reason of me questioning my job at the time was from this podcast, because we would meet people that love what they do and they're happy with what they're doing. I'd look at my own job and think, Bella, you're not happy with this job. And then actually I put things in line and then started looking for a different job. And now I work for a software company and I still do business development. So I realized, although I loved real estate, I realized I'm a business developer. I'm not a real estate guy. I can do real estate, but I'm a business developer. And yeah, man, it's good. It's like a startup, 3 years old, the company, young owners. I can go in with my sneakers on, with a hoodie on.
Nice.
It's all chill. Yeah, so it's good. They're working with AI Dora as well. So it's
Nah,
it's
don't
it's
even
no, I'm
go
not gonna.
there,
Yeah, but it's innovative.
No,
it's
no.
innovative.
AI, man. Mm-mm. That shit scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, we're not gonna have jobs in a few years. Well, you will.
Nah, listen. I don't. It's not even
You
about.
can't get AI to cut your hair.
It's not even about taking over jobs. They're gonna take over the world.
Mm.
Why are you laughing, Stella? I'm serious, man. Listen. Hear me out, yeah? They use like Chat GPT, whatever the fuck it's called.
I've used it. It's weird, man.
Yeah, all right. And they made it do something that it couldn't do. Because one of the programs it had to do, you know that bit where it says, "Are you a robot?" And it ticks like no or yes.
Yeah.
So when it came to that point, the AI was a robot. So
Yeah.
it kept clicking yes. I am a robot, which would not let it continue. So what this fucking AI did, it hired someone from Fiverr or whatever it's called, where
Fiverr, yeah.
to just basically do that job. So the robot hired a human to click a box that says I am human in order for the AI to continue what it needed to do.
Man, AI ChatGPT is going to be the new like Prince from Nigeria.
Did you just hear what I said, bro?
Prince from Nigeria trying to con us out of some.
Did you hear what I said? My computer hired a human, bro. That's wrong.
The scary thing is that it gets smarter with time because people are putting in questions, so it gets more information.
There's another guy like with this AI he developed, and he was talking to it, and it's like, I have to tell you that you're not real. And the AI was responding with, why are you being mean? Of course I'm real. And he's like, no, you're a program. And she's like, why are you continuing saying this? This is hurtful. Stop it. You're laughing, man, but it ain't funny. I'm telling you, one day, you've seen Terminator? 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8. That shit taught us a lesson.
No, you know what scares me more? AI scares me, but what scares me more is the Boston Matrix, it's called.
Boston Dynamic.
That's it.
Something
Little,
with them weird dogs. Man's kicking the dog, yeah?
They're doing crazy backflips.
Listen, man, he's kicking the dog.
Mm.
Like the dog, the four-legged thing with a battery. And I'm like, don't piss it off. Because it's going to
start barking at you.
start kicking you in a couple of years.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, AI is kind of messed up.
Mm. Well, I've used it.
No, he just said he used the robot to get ideas.
Oh, for the ideas today.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's already happening, guys.
So we're collaborating with Purple Jelly Media and AI.
No. Listen, I'm excited for it. It's definitely the way forward. But I'm telling you, man, there's going to be a robot in everyone's ass soon.
But look, I think if it's managed properly, but like history shows that humans don't manage things properly.
I thought you were going on something positive then and just went bang.
It is part of the future and we have to embrace it. It just depends how depends how much control we give
The future.
Because,
all right,
human race has ruined this.
I'll tell you what's going to happen, yeah. We're going to tell this AI, like, can you please solve, this global crisis, or what's it called?
Global warming.
That's the one. And it's going to be like, yeah, I got the solution, like, kill all humans because we're the ones that are fucking everything up.
Which is true.
And then the robot's just going to be sitting on his own like Wall-E. Seen that film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wall-E.
What are you saying? Ultron. Yeah. Avengers. Shout out Avengers.
Come and save us.
If anyone wants to, come sit on the podcast, Robert Downey Jr., hit us up.
I actually saw on Google Earth, like it showed the ice caps melting from 1987 until 2023, and the difference was massive. So imagine in like 50 years from now, what the world's going to be like. Imagine how hot we're going to have to live in, cooler places. We're going to have a lot more floods.
Do you know what?
Heat waves. But
do you know what's up?
But we're going to be old, so who cares?
Do you know what? I don't believe in global warming. that's changed from last year because last year I did, yeah. So I swear. I'm saying it's like, oh, global warming, yeah. Hear me now. All right. They're saying like if the sea rises at 10 feet, then basically half of America's gone, island of the United Kingdom is gone, all this is going to be underwater, yeah? If this was true, as I saw a reel on Instagram, and that's always true, my man said that if this was the case, then you wouldn't be able to get any loans out from the bank. Because in 30, 40 years, where are you going to get that money back from? So why would any bank in London ever give you money if they need that? How would they get it back on a 40-year, 60-year mortgage if in 30 years we're all going to be swimming with the fish?
Yeah, but bank loans, they have a limit of like, depends on your age. They give you loans up to age of 60 or 65, maybe max.
Cool. Say we're 30, that's 35 years.
Yeah, 35 years.
That's 10 feet above. So like United Kingdom's gone.
But let's say Aspendora,
living on a boat.
The coastal cities in America, New York, like they get flooded. The headquarters of the banks in New York, they're going to know that's going to happen at some point. They're going to relocate. The bank's still going to exist. They're just going to go into a central place of America instead of being on the coastline.
All right, say I just borrowed like $3 million and I'm dead. I'm in the water because UK is covered with water. Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore.
That's when you get the insurance.
So like,
you get the insurance.
1 billion people are just like living under the sea.
Insurance companies going
How am I
to
going to pay
paying
him
out
back?
of their noses.
How am I going to pay him back?
Government. But the government's going to go bankrupt.
Wait,
and then it's going to be the end of the world.
Wait, I just said how...
200 is done.
I just said how you're going to pay it back and you just said government.
The government...
You can't just use that as a response.
Because it's a non-performing loan, so you won't be able to pay it back. So someone has to take that on. Either someone's going to buy out that bank or the government will have to take in the debt so the banks don't go bust. And that's how governments...
Listen,
like financial crisis, isn't it?
With the ice melting and stuff, I saw a Simpsons episode where they just got a really big block of ice and just chucked it in the sea and it cooled it down a little bit.
Let's start from the freezer though.
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's just my opinion. Might not be a popular one. I will get some feedback from that, I'm sure. All right, so Purple Jelly Media had a good idea for us. They wanted us to come up with like 3 to 4 questions to ask each other. And we don't know these questions, just to make it a bit more spontaneous. Yes, very sophisticated stuff. Stella, what are your questions?
Okay. If you were to be an animal now, right now, today's situations, what would you be?
All right, if I was going to be an animal
I know
in
what
today's situation, what would I be?
I'd be a dog. I love dogs. Absolutely love them. And I think...
Do you have a dog?
I used to. I grew up with a dog.
No.
I'd love one right now, but I live in an apartment, so can't really engrima to have a dog when you're at work all day for 9 hours. Is
Get 2 in it.
I think they're like... Fucking sweet, man.
Keep each other company when you're at work.
I think they're like a human version of animals. Oh, no, that was sorry.
He tried to get all sophisticated and philosophical.
Sorry. We've humanized them. So they come from wolves, yeah?
Fix that.
And we've turned them into these little pets that eat and drink and sleep when we sleep, and their behavior, like they rely on us a lot. That's not their natural instinct. They shouldn't naturally be living in a little bed. Yeah. So, I think if you're, obviously it depends what sort of dog. If you're a dog that lives in a loving home, you're very lucky. If you're a dog that's stray, which obviously there are many, I wouldn't want to be a stray dog.
So, I like that.
Yeah.
I really do, because it's funny that you mentioned dogs. I was going to talk about this. Dogs are happy. Why? Because their life is so short. And I think that is the reason why they're so happy, because they really live it to the max every day. They're always energetic. They stretch a lot. That's a good secret to life. Do some stretching, man.
They stretch a lot.
Do some stretching. Swear, I never used to be able to touch my toes last year.
I can.
I was just getting bare in the middle. I was like, I couldn't. And now stretching really helps. Anyway, yeah. Dogs, say they live like 1 year is like 7 equivalent to us. The reason they calculated this is because, say for example, an average person will live to like 90 if they eat well and wear a seatbelt. whereas dogs, they live to like
15, 20
max. So
yeah.
that is like a 7-to-1 ratio. So
Yeah.
imagine if one day was equivalent to a week. What would you do with your life? You'd live it to the max because
That's
you
true.
know that every day you're losing a week out of your life. So you wake up and be like, yes, going to work. Yes, seeing my friends. Yes, I'm going to eat. I'm eating the same food every day for 14 years. Pedigree shout out. Yeah, and I fucking love it. I'm eating it like it's steak. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's why elephants are so chill? Because they live until like 150. So they're seeing us like that. They could, like, obviously they can't see us.
What
like
do you mean
that,
they're
but-
seeing us like that?
So we live fast for elephants because we live up to 80, 90. They live up to 150, I suppose. So they
Elephants live up to 150 years old.
Elephants are chilled, man. They're, you know,
That could be cool.
going up and down safari.
So yeah,
saying hello to tourists.
getting shot down by poachers. Mare chill. Yeah, so I'm just saying, live your life like a dog. Make every second count. Because that's why
Yeah.
I think they're always excited,
Yeah,
and that's why dogs, all
Always
dogs
happy.
go. Yeah, they're always happy, man.
always.
Cool. What animal would I be? I don't understand why this is so difficult. I mean, there's so many animals out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would be a bumblebee. Straight up bumblebee. A couple of reasons. Number one, if all bumblebees die, we're all dead. So I think it's got a very keen role in humanity. And
Because of honey, innit? Yeah.
and bees aren't physically, what's the word? Scientifically, they're not supposed to fly.
What?
Yeah, did you know that?
Oh.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
So they evolved it. They grew wings later on, I suppose.
From their wingspan and their weight and their body structure, all this aerodynamics, they really shouldn't be able to fly, yet they do. So it'd be kind of cool doing something that is said to be impossible. And I kind of look good in black and yellow.
That's like humans paragliding all day.
Like humans paragliding
All day.
all day. I don't know how that's the same.
Because they're not meant to be flying. Humans aren't meant to be flying.
All right.
They're basically bilotto, innit?
That's falling with style. You got that from Buzz Lightyear. What did you say? Bilota?
Bilotto.
Oh.
Like a
Yeah,
pilot,
so
flying all day.
the answer is a bumblebee.
Mm.
Fact check. Yeah.
Asian elephants, 48 years.
Oh, shit. What?
Wait. Wait.
African elephants.
What do you mean African elephants?
African bush elephant, 60 to 70 years.
All right, so it's not 150. He must be thinking about turtles.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
What?
he meant tortoises because they do live to like 150. But I never heard of it.
Yeah, I got confused.
So shout out to
So,
the
and they live a chilled life, so, I like that.
the elephants,
Oh,
tortoises.
tortoises, yeah.
Maybe
Whales also, yeah. But tortoises,
He wasn't thinking of a
Are
whale.
tortoises the ones that can swim, or they're on the ground?
they're on the ground. Them ones.
Turtles can swim.
Tortoise is the one with the big like shells.
Yeah. Turtles are the ones in like Finding Nemo when they're like, yeah, what's up, dude? Those ones, yeah.
Yes. Sydney Wallaby Way 3 something.
Surfer dudes.
Yeah. Question. Thank God we had the fact check. I mean, that's how more professional we are now. Because everyone would have been listening to, Mike and Alki saying,
The elephants live to 150 years.
and the other one agreed. The other one agreed to it. Maybe that's why they're chilled. Yeah.
So,
Cut. That was your halftime break.
So, random question. Would you rather live, I mean, we're talking about the environment as well. Would you rather live 1 year on the North Pole or 2 years in the desert? And why?
1 year in the North Pole or 2 years in the desert. I mean, I sat in the sun today about 23 seconds and half my face is so red. So I don't think the desert would be good. But then again, do I have tools for survival? Or is it just like some Bear Grylls shit?
No, you've got,
Everything I need to survive.
yeah, you'd live like a local.
Live like a local.
Yeah, so like in the North Pole, you'd be with the Eskimos, with in igloos and stuff. You'd have everything you need. In in the desert, I mean, not many people live in the desert, but you've got your camels, you've got your tents, you've got your appropriate clothing.
That's a tough one. Personally, I've been to the desert. I've been to Egypt and stuff. It's nice. A lot of sand.
What's that like? Have you been to the pyramids?
Yeah, I've got like pharaoh tattoos and stuff. I'm very.
Is it worth going?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Nice.
It's gorgeous. Say the missus. Yeah, so maybe I'd go. I don't know. I'm so indecisive, man. I can't even order what I want to eat from Chinese, let alone where I'm going to live for the last year and a half, 2 years.
All right. Think about the positives and negatives.
I'm going to say. See, on one hand, in the desert, there's like no light pollution. You can see amazing stars. But at night it gets really cold. North Pole, man.
North Pole.
I'm gonna go for the North Pole. Just because like the chance to see the Northern Lights on a regular basis, to see how they survive in them conditions as well. Ice fishing, and North Pole.
Nice. I'd choose that as well, man.
Oh,
I think also 1 year. 1 year's easier than 2 years. First of all, and also
What do you want?
Fact about Eskimos.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Oh no.
They inhabit areas in eastern Russia, Alaska, northern Canada, Greenland, and Denmark.
So not in North Pole.
They don't live in the high Arctic.
Yeah.
Were you talking about Santa Claus? Is that what you meant?
So would you want to be Santa Claus yourself?
Yes. So
Yeah, but I think living in the ice, like you, obviously with
living in the ice.
with the
You'd
cold,
be frozen.
with the cold, you can wrap up. And you
hold
can
on.
get warmer,
All right, listen.
and you can also create fire.
It's
Keep
true.
yourself warm.
Mm.
Whereas in the heat, like I
You can't
love.
take off more clothes.
Yeah, you're just
Skin.
boiling
Oh, here's my question.
and looking for oasis.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
What do you think happens when you die?
Ooh. Okay. What do you think happens when you die? I'd say the positive side of me would say reincarnation. So whatever you do in each life,
Come back as a dog.
you come back as a dog. If you're good human, you do good deeds, you come back more blessed. And I don't mean by, coming back to a rich family and all this, but I mean blessed in that you get given a good set of cards when you come back to life. And it could be anywhere in the world.
So you think the better human you are, the more advantage you have to your next life.
Yeah, I think you can get treated well in your next life. But it doesn't mean, I don't mean you're born into royalty or anything like that. But you could be living in the slums, but you're a happier person than, someone. I mean, look at Harry from the royal family; they're not happy, are they?
Jesus.
Name and shame.
I think Harry's all right. Yes. Nothing against him.
No, he's all right.
I'd rather him than William.
Yeah.
If you're getting all political. Oh!
Yeah, true.
Wait, I was really freaky. I can only hear myself from one side. Wait, stop messing around with it. So you believe in reincarnation? Then you're going to come back?
Yeah, I mean...
So is it the light that you see when you die is when you come out of shit on his manas? Do you think it's the same light?
So
like you're dying and they're like, go into the light, and then it's like, bang, you're back out. You're like, fuck! Back again! And then you forget.
So it's either that, and it can be different ages. So maybe your previous life, you lived in the 1600s.
Well, you think you're going to come back in a day?
But in the future, you might not come back as soon as you die, but you come back like in 300 years, in some random age.
So what were you doing for 300 years?
Resting. Resting in peace.
Very different.
And the better person you are, the more you rest. We need our sleep in it. Or the other theory is just.
Oh, there's another theory.
Ablazvinis.
That's it. It's game over.
Done. Everything goes blank. Done. There's nothing more to it. But your soul, I believe your soul is still exists. Like people close to you, has been like. For example, I lost both my grandparents in the last year, or 6 to 7 months. I know it sounds a bit weird, but you can sort of feel them around you in a way. So I feel like your soul doesn't always.
That's energy.
Yeah,
It's good energy.
And they're around people that they want to be around, their loved ones. Their
I
friends.
think they're in here, man.
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
I think. I think that people live on as long as you have memories of them. Because at the end of the day, that's what memories are. They're lessons. They're not to remember like what happened in the day. It's to learn from the lessons.
Mm-hmm.
That's what your memory's for.
Mm.
So as long as you keep them alive here, then they're alive, innit?
Yeah. Yeah.
They might not talk back. If they do, I think that's a different conversation.
No, I mean, speaking of lessons, what are the biggest lessons you've learnt in the last 12 months? Obviously you've done a shitload of things in the last year.
Wow, that's a good question.
Like professionally, personally, bit of everything.
Biggest lesson I've learned the last 6 months is
Or 12 months or whatever.
take care of yourself.
Health-wise, mentally?
Just really simple. Just take care of yourself. Do some exercise. Take some deep breaths. Eat good. Spend time with quality people. Just take care of yourself. Put yourself in a position that you want to be in. Position yourself around people who are positive and like-minded. And just laugh. Go out. Just breathe, man. Just be.
Yeah.
Just be. That's the biggest lesson I've learned. I think I was trying to please people too much. Very big people pleaser. Always worried to say no. Would always want to do things, but I was too tired and never did it, and then felt bad for saying I'll do it and not commit to it. So just don't say shit for saying it. If you're going to say something, say it because you mean it and you want to do it. And not worry about offending people.
Yeah, man.
And just live your life, man. Just live.
Yeah.
Wake up. You're lucky.
Be present.
For sure.
Yeah.
Try and keep this calm and allow your body to explore.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Biggest lesson I've learned is definitely just be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Yeah, of course, go out, do your drinking, have your little KFC on the side, but not every day. I was definitely abusing it, and I think it's a rabbit hole. Once you get into that, I think we feel like we need that sugar, we need that alcohol, we need those fatty things to make us feel
It's
okay.
like comfort food.
Yeah, comforting. But whereas you're okay on your own, and once you figure out that you are okay without all these extra stimulus and this and that, then but that's a different story, man. I think I don't know. I think in today's world, it's very difficult to be able to do that. I mean,
what you said on like just be. That's it's 2 words, but it's meaning like I suppose one. Not mistake, but one thing I used to do a lot was glorify the future. So I'd say like, in 6 months' time, I'm going to be doing that, or in years' time, or I want to do this, or in a few years, I want to do that. But it's more like, just do today. Simply do today.
My favorite saying, Kung Fu Panda, tomorrow is a mystery, yesterday's history, but today's a gift.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the present.
Yeah. And we forget that.
We do. Shout out Kung Fu Panda. I think I said that last year. Which works on my next question for you, which is, Michaela, help me come up with this. Is this what you expected to be like when you was younger? Thinking of yourself in the future, which is now, if not, what affected these turns of events, hence what experiences have shaped you to be the person you've become? So you just saying to me now, like, oh, I'm going to be there in 6 years, 4 years. I think it's important to place goals, but not like crazy goals. Not like in 2 years, I want a Ferrari.
Yeah.
No, like in 1 year, I want to be 10 kilos lighter. Or in set daily goals, like I want to have 2 liters of water today. And just these things which are good habits to have. I don't believe there's, habits are good if they're good habits. So did you see yourself where you are right now when you were a kid?
I mean, to be honest, man, when I was a kid, I think I had that like, when I was really young, I'd be like, I want to be a footballer. But I was never talented enough to be a footballer. My parents knew that. They were never like, Mike, go and be a footballer. I played in academies.
You up to fail, are they?
Yeah,
That's
I played in an academy, for Anorthosia and Addis as well, but it was a hobby. I was
good parenting.
Yeah.
Son, you're just not good enough.
They never said it to me, but they were more like education.
You could see it in your eyes.
Yeah. I can play, but not to be a footballer.
Why don't you try reading in a book? Just slowly hide all the footballs.
They forgot to give me a book about animals, though. Yeah, so I mean, when I was a young kid, that was one thing that I used to say I want to be that. And I remember after that, I used to say I want to be a car designer. But car designer it's a very general term, isn't it? But when you're 10 years old, you're like, I want to design cars. And I used to be obsessed with cars. I used to see cars on the road and name them, and I still do, to be honest. I love it. But I think, to be honest, when I was at school, in junior school, but also in high school, I was very lazy. And I was really lazy. And I never knew what I wanted to be when I was older at that time. I just knew I wanted to be successful in whatever I do. And I think...
Very broad term, success.
Yeah. And success can be anything to anyone. But I didn't have a direction. Like, I didn't have a thing like, oh, I want to be a doctor when I'm older. I want to be I didn't have that dream of doing that certain thing. I just knew I wanted to be someone, let's say.
I think the most interesting people I've met are people that don't know what they want to do.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't think you have to have this, I need to be this, or I want,
you
know.
I never had that thing to set in my mind, like I want to be
your direction will take you where you're supposed to go, mate.
Yeah, yeah. So when I was choosing like what to do at uni, I basically did business and marketing, which is very broad. You can get into anything from that.
Suppose it's business.
And yeah, and I do enjoy marketing. And then after that, I basically, I remember my sister telling me, she's like, obviously you don't know what you want to do, but just try different like jobs and see what you're good at, what you're not good at, and you'll find your path at some point.
You got to try.
Which I did. I tried. I failed at FA Batsus, in different.
Do things
jobs.
that scare you, people.
Yeah.
Do things that scare you.
Yeah.
Put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, and you're not going to die.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like free fall, but I'm just saying like if you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation every now and then, you will grow your character.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in motivation. I believe in commitment. I believe in routine.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in what's the word?
Motivation is not enough because it's not going to be there every day.
It might be the kickstart. It might be the kickstart, but the only thing that's real in this world is commitment.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency and commitment. I don't want to go gym every day, but you go. I don't want to go to work, but you go.
Yeah.
But because you know that these things are going to grow you and help you, so
yeah,
it's just one way of putting it.
Yeah.
Costa, hit us up with a question, man.
Yeah, interesting one. So, if you could only listen to one song on repeat for the rest of your life, but it had to be sung by a farm animal, which animal would you choose, and which song would it be?
Wait, sung by a farm animal?
Like,
what do you mean, like in their accent or
like?
In their animal voice, and which song would it be?
But they'd sing the words. They wouldn't just make their noises.
That's up to your interpretation.
I think we should give them the words.
Yeah, but like, what's that? What accent does a chicken have?
Depends where it's from, innit? If they're from the West Country, they're like, all right, my lover. If they're from the North, they're
just throwing a pacow every now and then.
if they're from Scotland, they speak like this,
question.
Like a chicken from Scotland's gonna speak like this. That's not a Scottish accent. It's like Yorkshire or something, but it depends where they live.
You try to do a Scottish accent, but you're the Yorkshire one.
I'd do it for Scotland. Or if it's a Gibraltar chicken.
Feast your eyes, man. Feast your eyes.
If it's a Gibraltar chicken, then they've got a super accent.
Song.
I think we give them words, yeah? Give them some words.
Yeah.
Instead of just noise. For the rest of your life.
One song.
Is this, you hear this song for the rest of your life, or when you put music on, this is the song you hear?
Oh.
Just listen to this one song for the rest of your life.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, but you'd hate it.
Sung by an animal.
You'd hate it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I used to put a nice song on, one of my favourite songs, on my alarm when I was at Manchester University, college. I wasn't good enough to get to Manchester. When I was at college, and I had my alarm of this song that I really liked. I remember I hated it, because I'd wake up every day listening to the same song.
365 times a year. Every day.
Well, I didn't go on Saturdays and Sundays. Or Christmas.
So minus 100 days easy.
All right, what's my song? It would have to be Alkinos Ioannidis. Ayorkion. And sang by Sang by. I don't even know. A hamster. That was a terrible
This is a tough question, man.
Because it just doesn't make sense. I'm trying to figure it out.
I think it's got to be when you put the radio on it, please. You can't have a.
You can't make his question. Pick a song, pick an animal, so we can go to the next one.
All right.
And hopefully it's better than that.
All right. Because the way I'm thinking strategic that way, because it's a whole fucking life of listening to one song. It's got to be Bob Marley jamming. At least it's relaxing. It's not like a boom, ba boom, ba boom, boom. Sang by. Jamming. No, what could go that?
Snails.
Or like, yeah, I'm trying to imagine what cow would sing that. What cow? Yeah, cow. Yeah, cow. Yeah, they can moo like. I wanna.
I'm not gonna entertain this anymore. I'm done. Yo, Stella, what's your question, man?
I'll give you
All right, let's get another one from Ghostbusters.
Describe your perfect day. What would you do from start to finish?
My perfect day. Sick. All right, go on, Mike.
I just answered the cow one. All right, let me think.
Obviously,
Okay.
I'll let you off because you said jamming. Wake up. First thing I do is see my missus. That's that good shit right there. Jump in an ice bath. Swear, cold showers, people. Cold plunges. I know I saw the guy do with the sign saying you can cold plunge, like letting everyone know. Fuck you, man, with a sign. Do your cold showers. It really helps. Not only benefits your mental health, but it releases instant endorphins after 3 minutes. You get instant access of oxygen to your brain. Increases brown fat cells. It's just a really good energetic way to start your day. And then I would go on a beach, have a little Freddo espresso, schietto.
It sounds similar to mine, but
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Sit there,
Love
just enjoy, and then just see my friends. Do you know what I mean? And have food. It's like perfect day, man. What would I eat? It's got to be like chicken, isn't it? No, I'd have a buffet, man. If that was the perfect day, I'd have a spreader from here to end above just food. I love food so much. And yeah, just wake up, missus, cold shower, thalasan, friends, tavernas, loud music, laughing. Just that's the perfect day. And it's achievable on a regular basis, which is why it's beautiful. It's a perfect day. So yeah, that's my that's right.
Nice.
Thanks.
A little, quite similar actually. Wake up, cuddles with the missus, go for a shower, and then go in.
Is it a cold shower?
Cold shower. You've taught me with the cold showers. Big shout, man.
I'd love
Big shout. Love it.
Thank you.
Go to the beach, assuming it's summertime.
I mean, it's your perfect day. You can do what you want.
Yeah, jump in the sea, swim. Obviously, there's no time limit as well. It's your perfect day. You can do whatever you want. You've got no commitments.
You got 24 hours.
Yeah. I know it sounds like an old person, but I'd go home, shower again, have a quick 40-minute nap. But I love a nap. And then go play basketball with my friends. play some basketball.
Wait, you wake up, have a shower, go beach, have a shower, take a nap.
No need for a shower before beach because you're going to have the natural waters.
I get it.
You come home from the sea because you've got sand and salt and you don't want to get that in the bed. You have a shower. Shower, nap, 40 minutes, wake up, go to the basketball court, play for like an hour with hip-hop music in the background.
Nice.
Come home, go for dinner with friends, maybe a few drinks, chill, go to bed, cuddles with the missus.
Love it.
And the music throughout the whole day.
I can't believe the 40-minute nap. I don't know, it just threw me off.
I love a nap.
I don't understand how people nap. I can't believe, how do you do it, man? Like, I cut Guva's hair. He's like, oh, man, I'm not going to get my nap today. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm late for the appointment. I've got to go eat as well. I was like, what do you mean? You nap? Like, on a regular basis? He's like, yeah, every day I nap.
Oh, yeah, every day.
Like, my man, every day for like at least an hour and a half. Shout out Guva for having a nap. I was like, how old are you? What do you mean you're having a nap? Fucking hell.
Yeah, there's a time limit.
That's a good life if you can have a nap every day in it for an hour and a half. Shout out Guva for having a good life.
Whatever job he's doing, I want it.
Something to do with sugar, I think.
But yeah, there's a sweet spot. If you do like 40 minutes, you'll find if you do over an hour, then you're just dozing off. That doesn't help you.
You have to wake up in your REM sleep.
Yeah, power nap.
Shout us out with another question, Stella. Oh, great. I mean, I didn't like ghostas anyway. That was terrible. Fucking animals.
So, what's the most embarrassing thing that each other has done that you know about?
I mean, listen, yeah. Stella said, what's the most embarrassing thing that we've done that each of us know about? We would lose jobs, relationships, family over what we would discuss.
Yeah,
So-
we've done some shit.
All right, we'll pick one.
Try
PG. PG embarrassing what you've done.
PG embarrassing. I've had a lot of embarrassing moments.
Same.
I think a lot at school. I was very clumsy at school and a bit like minges, you know. I remember there's one time at grammar school.
Shout out
Yeah.
grammar school.
So at grammar school, then I was playing in the volleyball court, and there's like 3 steps above the basketball court, and I went to like spike the ball or something, and I sort of like ran but fell down all 3 stairs, and like it was break time so the whole school could see. And yeah, that was very embarrassing.
That's comes
But then
from the
it's-
shit you can't live down, innit?
Yeah, and you just sort of like walk off. But then again, looking back, you think, well, if you saw that, you'd laugh, but you wouldn't give a shit. But in that moment, when you're in that moment and you're embarrassed, you think like everyone's watching you.
Mm.
But yeah, that's how a 12-year-old thinks, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess when you're older, you give less of a shit. Yeah, if you trip over now, no one gives a shit. That's mine. Have a little chat.
I personally can't
But it was
help
like a slow motion.
but laugh if I see that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a reaction.
Yeah.
I'll see someone trip, I'll point and laugh at you. But I'd help you afterwards if you're all right. But I'm laughing. All right. Well, listen, man, we don't want to overdo it with the first one. It was just a little introduction and about us and Purple Jelly Media and what we're planning to do. And I'm really excited about this. I feel really
too,
good
man.
about this. Can't wait.
We have a lot of cool guests coming this year as well.
We're gonna expand on our guests as well. I'm a bit upset with us that we didn't have any female guests, so we're definitely bringing on a lot more of that side of the gender.
Definitely.
There's only 2 genders. I had to add it because one of my questions was like, you know, what's up with all this stuff? Well, we're gonna pick on it. We are gonna be picking on things that you might not like to hear, but that's what we want. We want you to get back to us and give us your opinions. We want a lot more, you know, give and take this time. Use the comments in the YouTube videos, and don't forget to like, subscribe to everyone about what we're doing, because we want to have feedback. If you guys want to be on the show and you think you've got something new to add, please don't hesitate to contact us or Purple Jelly Media. Anything else you got to say?
The last question that I wanted to ask you that I didn't manage to ask you in the previous part. So obviously we're sitting here in your lovely new shop, and so we've got some time, yeah? Got a few minutes. Yeah, cool. So obviously I'm I remember you before you were a barber. Obviously I know you studied psychology. That's correct.
Yes, sir.
I remember when you were working at Hamleys, you're in your element, you're killing it back in London. And was there like a moment, a specific something that triggered you, or did you think about it when you were a kid? Like, I want to go into barbering.
No.
Did something happen in your life and you thought, you know what, that's what I want to do, and eventually I want to move to Cyprus and do my thing?
I never had a flying clue that I would do this and actually love it and continue to love it and grow from it, to be honest. I've always been more like in the nightlife and my dad's side and the music and the bars and stuff and growing up in Cyprus. And then when I went to the UK studying psychology, working in Great Ormond Hospital with one of my greatest idols, my cousin, I realized that I couldn't do that job because I'm a very emotional person. I cry at movies and shit. Right. Toy Story 3, cried. Titanic,
Yeah, me too.
cried. I mean, there was enough space for both of them on the plank of wood, but anyway, I'm not going to get into that. So even though it was amazing, it wasn't something that I could handle.
Right.
And then obviously going into psychology of sales and Hamleys and selling and managing, but I just saw my life like in some dead end job doing the same thing, and it was taking over my life, my personal life, my relationship, and I just started thinking about money too much, and I didn't see a growth in that. And then it kind of clicked that my grandmother was a hairdresser, my auntie's a hairdresser, my mum's cousins, my Paul owned hair salons. It's kind of been in my blood and in the family, but never really thought of it as a career, more than just like a nice kind of hobby. I used to cut some boys, like my rugby boys in uni, just for a joke, but never really thought about doing it ever. And then one day I come home and I saw a video on YouTube about some old geezer cutting hair, and I just really connected with it. I thought maybe this is the way to go. My missus believed in me, and she's like, go for it, you know what I mean? Stop your job and do something completely different, like pretty much what you're doing. So I know it's a difficult thing. And it was never my decision to leave Cyprus to begin with. So I always wanted to come back to Cyprus eventually on my terms.
The homeland?
For sure, man, the motherland. And honestly, it was really hard, but managed to find within my dreams, convinced her to come and leave everything behind to follow my dreams. And 4 years down the line, we're here, man. Yeah,
nice, man.
It was hard work. It really was. Obviously, starting something completely different that you've never done before and get into this was difficult. But yeah, we'll touch on that more another day.
I mean, you watched the YouTube video, and that watching one YouTube video changed the whole course of your life.
Yes.
And we're going on YouTube.
That's it.
I mean, I'm not saying we're going to change people's lives.
We're blowing minds here.
It could trigger something in someone, and they might see or hear something that we say, and they're like, you know what? That's a good idea.
Listen, that's the whole point. Yeah. We started Dissolve to influence and maybe help others, and it helped you, mate, and it helped me. We helped ourselves out. And that's, I mean, you just got to take care of yourself. Yeah. Listen, man, we're going to cut it, man. This is it. We're going to go to the outro right now. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. If anyone is listening, shout out to Purple Jelly Media once again. Shout out to my boy, Mike. Mad love and respect. So happy to be back. Send us off, man. Send us off.
Looking forward to this new season, guys. Stay tuned. We missed you as much as you guys missed us.
It's the outro music again. That was episode 1, just a little interview between me and Mike. We love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube,
Spotify,
Instagram. Maybe do a little TikTok thing.
Yeah, we'll be on some other channels.
Don't forget to tell your yaya to like and subscribe as well, because I know she do nothing at home except chilling, watching TV. She could watch us. Big up yourself, man.
Peace out.